So there truly is one option, one option. When you look at life, say you want to evolve, you want to grow, you do, you want to expand your consciousness. You want to just like poof. You want that veil to be totally lifted. Good morning. You want it to be lifted. I'm looking at Rosie. And if you think about it, you can you can read books, you can go to school, learn a trade, you can get so much knowledge that you can gather on this earth. You can do it. But is it truly going to expand your consciousness? Are you truly going to evolve in the way that you truly want to evolve? Are you? I heard this just one sentence. If you want to evolve, it's love. That will truly, you will evolve big time. You expand in your consciousness, everything. It literally, it like opens up, takes off the blinders, lifts up the veil. You're able to see things in a way that you have never seen them before. It was when you raise that vibration of love, Gina, why is it always got to be about love? Because it spoke to me. It really did. It's like you are able to step out of this like matrix-like world that you find yourself in when you get to that center of love. And if you remember that video, was it yesterday morning or night? I don't even know when it was. It's talking about the tree of life, and it was likened unto like the spinal column. It was talking about the pineal gland up there. It was showing visuals that they had on the internet, and it showed the chakras or whatever. It starts like down here, it goes up and up and up and up and up, all the beautiful colors. And and it was talking about straight and narrow. You know the scripture, straight and narrow is the way, uh, and like broad, but straight and narrow. And it showed that straight and narrow, if you would look at the chakras or whatever in there, it's straight and narrow, straight up to that to a pineal gland right there, and like poof. And it was like wow. And you know, you see like figures, you see Jesus and others, they like have a halo around their head, and it's always up there. It's not like down here or here or here, but really it's like, and it's always love. It's the fulfillment of the law. It's the fulfillment. It's all about love. Because if you don't got it, you know, it's the only way to truly ascend and break out of this matrix-like world that we find ourselves in. You just break free. You just totally break free. It's the only thing that has the power to do it, because it not only, once you break free inside here and through here, your eye is open, your third eye or whatever they want to call it, boom, you're free. You're free. You no longer ascribe to this world. You look around and think, well, what did that, it's a controlled environment. It truly is. And I like control. I do. I like boundaries. I like control. I do. I like restraint in some instances. I do. In some instances, it's fine. Flip it around, Gina. Flip it around. But really, if you think about it, it's all about love. If you truly want to expand, if you want to reach that higher level of intuitiveness and stuff, because it has it's a complete package. It is. It's like right there. The complete package. It's like everything you need is something else. Can y'all hear me? Because I don't got my glasses on. Gina, would you please put your glasses on? Sometimes I don't put them on because if I read the comments, I'm going to get distracted. But I'll try to put them on. I really will. Yeah. My hair looks a little wild, but that's okay. We can do it. Um, okay, that's perfect. So, and something else I read, I don't know if it might have been yesterday morning too. It was in the book of, was it Mark? Maybe 9, the book of Mark 9. And they were talking, Jesus was saying, there will come a time when the true worshipers will worship me in spirit and in truth. And then he went on to say that God is spirit. He is a spirit. God is a spirit. Then I thought, can God be male and female all in one? Spirit, a spirit. Can a spirit be either a male or a female? Or is it all the embodiment in one? All the embodiment in one. The spirit of God. I know that God, you can't restrain God. You cannot. He does, or she does, whatever you want to call it. I'm thinking about the embodiment of the Spirit of God, how it dwells in every single one of us. You accept Jesus in your heart. You got that love. You got love. So, if God is a spirit, God is a spirit. You worship them in spirit and in truth. And God is love. Love is a spiritual connection. It truly is. It's not something. You can't look at this. This is love. No, that's materialistic. It's materialistic. If you think about love, it's spiritual. God is love. God is a spirit, and that spirit literally inside of you. Just thinking like if you think about the tree of life, they were showing the chart where they were. They going up and down. They went all the way up, and they were alluding that is the tree of life, and the straight and narrow. Straight and narrow. It's just literally straight and narrow. But this is the pineal gland is the one thing they calcify. They doing their best to calcify it because it's like that spiritual connection. And the third eye, you all, there's a lot of good comments on that video yesterday, and I don't even know the name of it, you all. But if you want to truly evolve, if you truly want to ascend, and you want your frequency to raise, there's really only one way. There really is. It's love. It's literally the love frequency. Right there. It's just like, it's like I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all obstacles. Is it out of the way? It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Sunshiny day. Gina, do you realize what the name of your thing is? I can't even remember what the title of this video is, you all, because I've been too busy talking. I have. Too busy talking. There's only one option if you want to evolve and escape this matrix world, truly, from a spiritual point of view. If you're a spiritual person, you get it. You get it. You get it because you think, I don't need all that negative emotions. I don't. It didn't do me no good. It didn't do me no good. It only brought me pain. I don't need to go out and do this and do this and do this and do this to be good enough because I got the love on the inside of me right here. Now you have to live in this world. You do. And you got to get up. You got to go to work. You got to feed your family. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do all of it. You're living in the world. But you don't have to do it without love on the inside of you to help lead and guide you. Okay. So God is a spirit. And God is love. Love is spiritual. It's the spirit. It's right there. Right there. It's like, boom. Gina, you should know these things. I do know these things. Can I put the pieces of the puzzle together some more? I want to make sure they fit nice and snug. Nice and snug is what I want to make sure. Um, there's only one option. It truly is. We ain't going to make it. We are not going to make it in this world. Spiritually speaking, we ain't going to be able to make it in this world that has gone insane. The only way to stay sane and keep your head on straight. I do. I do believe it with my whole heart. This is the only way, right there. The only way you're going to be able to endure the hardships of this life, really. The only way is, I can't see it, it's in the dark. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, and his love endures forever. Love is the only thing that's going to sustain you and endure this material world and all that it has to offer. It is. It will fade away. And you can see people's homes are burnt down. They've lost everything. But they didn't lose the love on the inside of them. They didn't. That is still there because it's spiritual. It's ingrained. It's moving inside their body. God is moving in their body. Love is that light that made sure when, like, the people's houses in Hawaii and everything, and their light didn't go out. It didn't. They got stronger. They got stronger. And there's those who did not make it. And I truly do believe those who were in the cars and stuff like that, and that was the last place they were on this earth. I truly do believe that their spirits, their souls were taken out of their body so that they would not have to suffer. I truly do. I think there was like, boom, took them out like that. It's you can lose everything. You can lose everything. But the one thing you don't want to lose is LOVE. Get you some love today, right there, Gina, honey. If you want to evolve, it's through love. It's the only way. It's the only option. Now, people may not agree with those who feel that is the only option in this life because they can't. Love is not a tangible thing. It's not tangible. It is not tangible. This plant, I mean, you can touch this plant. That plant is something physically, you can physically grasp it and stuff. But how can you grasp a spirit? How can you? How can you grasp a spirit of love? How could you? I mean, it can be in human form. It can. Gina, it is. You can find love in your pets and stuff. But when it comes right down to it, it's the only thing that's going to sustain you when your world is turned upside down, totally upside down and inside out. That's it. That's it. Straight and narrow is the way. Someone would say you better get out of that new age thinking. No, I think there's a lot of knowledge that has been hidden from a lot of people. From the majority of the people, it's been put out of sight, out of mind. The knowledge is out there, but you think they're going to broadcast it? Those who are in power, they know the secrets. They know the secrets. They know. That's how they attained whatever they attained in this physical world. But when they're evil, they don't got it at the love at the core of their being. They don't. It's like there's two masters out there, you all. There really is. Two masters. And there's a master in this world that's not so nice. That has, this doing the evil to the people. That I like that, Ray. When reason fails, love prevails. I like that. It is the way. It is the way. Welcome, everyone. It's the only way forward. So if you look, if you truly, how would you feel? How would you feel if everything I mean, it was taken away from you, every single thing. I shared a poem on the community section yesterday, and it was a poem that came to me. It was around 8 years ago, I think it was, that the neighbor's house, she was an older woman, she was around 60 something, right across the pond. Her house went up into flames, and it's a house that she had lived in her whole life. And it burnt all the way to the ground. And I remember going over there and I was talking to her. Her name's Benita. And she was just crying because she was trying to look through the ashes and stuff to see what on earth, what could she even salvage? There was nothing there. Nothing there for her, nothing left. And the tears were just rolling down her face. She did pick up a picture of her loved ones, and maybe two things. You couldn't even dig through it. You couldn't. And she didn't know how she was going to, what would become. She didn't. And there lay the ashes of her life. It came when she least expected it. When she least expected it, boom, it was all gone. Totally all of it. And that poem just flowed in, and I wrote it down. And you can, it's like you can look at it, your life too. The same analogy right there. The ashes of your lives right there on the ground. You, she's got a brand new house today she had built. Brand new house she has built, and it's further off the road than the other one was. The other one was like right on the road. Her other house, and I kid you not, when they built the older houses here, her house was like from here to the end of my porch. That's how close it was to the road. That's way too close. But now hers is further off the road. And it's a lot better house. It is. And she had her son and daughter or daughter-in-law, something like that. They've moved in with her because she's gotten up in age, and her life is really good now, even though she's up in age. And she's not alone. She's not. But she got back a much better house, and the insurance covered everything, which is really wonderful. Let me close this door for a second, you all. Let me take this phone and put it down. I got to close the door. Don't make no noise. Okay, and I don't want no distraction to my train of thought. So I don't want no background noise. Her life is better. She's happier. She still, she can get around with a walker and stuff like that. But yeah, when you're standing there at that moment in time, and you're looking down and you're looking all around you, and you're looking for something to salvage, just nothing. She has her life. Her life. She had the love of God within her that sustained her. She didn't give up. She didn't. She just kept going. It took a long time to straighten the things out. Took around 3 months or so before they could even start getting the oats, the rubbish out of the way, the ashes and stuff. She got a new house built, and she was able to just stay there. Yeah. Frank Cooper, that's exactly right. Everything happens for a reason. I've always felt that my whole entire life. I don't need to sit there and examine, why did this happen? Why? If you sit and try to figure out why everything happened, you're going to drive yourself batty. And you're going to be worrying. You're going to be worrying. You really are. And you may never find the answer. In some instances in this life, you're not going to find the answer, because it's not out there for human understanding. You can't find it. It doesn't matter how hard you search for it. You're not going to find it. Find the reason for everything. I mean, you can acknowledge that everything happens for a reason. You may not like it. You may think, well, I wouldn't have done it this way. Well, excuse me, God had other plans. God, God had other plans. You've been praying to God, and you saying, well, I wouldn't have done it this way. If I had my way, none of that would have happened. Well, that's the good thing. You didn't get your way, and things didn't happen the way you wanted them to happen, because you would have made a mess. Really, you would have made a mess of it. Yeah, things happen. It's like this verse: all things work together to good for them that love the Lord, according to His purpose. Works together for good. It does. And you don't got to understand. Only thing you need to understand is that you are loved. You got the love right here inside of you, being watched over, you being taken care of. When those moments in your life happen and you're sitting there thinking, I don't even know how this happened. Whether it be good, whether it be bad, whether it be unsettling, you're sitting there, I don't know how it happened. I don't know what happened, because it happened all of a sudden and something got rearranged. You get caught off guard. It's like, watch therefore, because I come like a thief in the night. Like a thief in the night. You got to be watching. You got to be ready. You got to get yourself ready. And you can use that in a lot of areas. When God starts to work in your life, watch out, because He works fast. He works really fast. Works fast. Yeah, we do got that. Fate is going to happen, you all. Nikita, and I like that. That, yes, him as Ma'aksa, God does love us very, very much. If it will, if it will, it will. It won't, it won't. Yeah, you are. You gotta keep the faith. You gotta keep. Don't lose hope, no matter what your situation is. And if you, it seems things are like changing. Well, our whole world changed. It got turned upside down, and people went through massive, massive changes. I think we're all at a time of great change. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. You can't stop it. There was also one thing I was thinking about this morning. We have no control over timing. Really, you can't stop time. You cannot speed up time. What you can do with time is use your time very wisely. You can make the most of your time. You can do that. Make the most and don't waste your time. When you waste your time and you don't do the things you want to do, you kind of end up with a tad bit of regret. Or some people just may end up, when they thought they had the time to do this or that, to fix things, and then when the time comes, well, sorry, time's up. That sand ran out of that hourglass, ran right out. Yeah. Um, Rainbow Turtle, honey, you're very wisely watching this video with you all. You're sweet. Um, if you're all tuning in, there's really only one option. If you want to evolve, if you want to ascend, if you want to grow more spiritually, it's all about love. Love. Right there. You can lose everything, but if you got love, you got each other. You didn't lose everything. You had to steal the most important things in life. You had each other, because all of this can be gone in an instant. All of it. And just like that. Just like that. And if you don't have that love within you, if you don't have God, you don't have Jesus, you don't have love inside of you, it's going to be really hard to make it through that period of your life, because it's going to be rough. You don't want to walk it alone. You do not want to walk it alone. But some people, you can be surrounded by people and you can still feel alone. And you can be one of those people who you're looking with your man-made eyes, your carnal eyes. You're just looking around, and you don't got no spiritual eyes. You don't. In fact, you don't want them. You don't want spiritual eyes. You want this matrix-like eyes. So you look around the real world and you think like it. You become one with the way the world thinks. the mindsets that are out here. There's different types. You can choose your own mindset. You can when you're in this world. There's all different types of mindsets and schools of thought, so you get to choose them. You really do. And they're not going to make you truly grow spiritually, but perhaps that's not your goal. You don't want to grow spiritually on the inside. You want to grow materialistically. You want to grow in earthly knowledge and wisdom. There's nothing wrong with it, you all. You want to gather. You need a skill set in this world. You really do. You need some earthly knowledge. Um, you do. I'm not going to say you don't. You don't want to be illiterate. You don't want no sit there without having any foreknowledge of anything. I'm not saying that. Knowledge is power. In Ecclesiastes is the more knowledge, the more grief that it brings you, and much study will weary your body. Is what it says toward the ending. You're supposed to enjoy your life. You are, if you can, try to do it. Try to do it. Try to find some type of enjoyment in your day, no matter what it is. See, I find enjoyment. It's peaceful. It is. I can walk out here and do a live video, and I'm making the most of my time. To me, this is good quality time. I get to spend it with others. I do. Even though I can't physically see you, I can feel the love on the inside because the intent is here inside my being. It's the spirit of God's love because God is a spirit. I saw a comment. I shared that video on my Telegram, and there was a comment that came through, and they said, Gina, when you said that God was a spirit, at that moment, the video cut out and it showed something different. It wouldn't, at that very moment in time, they don't want you to realize that God is a spirit and God is love, and that spirit, love is a spiritual thing. It truly is. The time will come when you will truly worship in spirit and in truth, because love is the truth. And in this world, they try to hide it, hide it, hide it, so you can't access it. Block the way. Just block the way right up there, Gina. Block it. And I think, what is it, India? They put different colors of ash right there based on their spiritual evolvement right there. And I think like some Jewish people have the box wrapped around their head. I don't know much about that. I just think there's something there. But the Indians, right there. So there really is no option. There isn't for some people, because you've tried it all. It's like Solomon. Solomon, he had the life. He did it all. He tried it all. Did. And he realized what was most important. All right, you all. I think I'm about done. My words are gone. I'm done talking. The words have ended is one option. Just one option. So I'm going to go. It's something to think about, you all. It really is. It's something to think about. Your life is not over, you all. It's only just beginning. It is. It's just the beginning. And you can make the best of it, even though if your life may feel like it's getting rearranged and you don't like where it's going because now you can't do the things you used to do. Things aren't the way they used to be. But change happens to us all. It does. And it's hard to adapt to the change that happens. It's really hard. And I think it's possible. I know it's possible as long as it comes from inside here. If you let God lead you, if you let the love that's inside your heart lead you, Gina, that's your heart. If you are spiritual and you want to look at the world through the eyes of love, because love is the strongest force on the face of this earth, it is. You can't go wrong. You can't. It may look wrong to other people, but to you, you know it ain't wrong because you feel it in your being. You can't go wrong. Dear Lord, Heavenly Father, gracious Heavenly Father, may you be with everyone who are struggling in their life and they're trying to find their way. Their world has been turned upside down. Things have been rearranged. They don't know what to do. They feel a little bit of unsettledness because since things are changing in their life, it's hard for them to figure out, what do I do now? What's going to happen to me? May you give them the faith that they need and the courage and the strength that they need on the inside of them. And may you fill them with your love to overflowing again this day, every single day. That just cover them, just let the love flow all through their body and to where they have that peace that passes all understanding, settling right there in their being. And may you clear the way, may you shine the light, may you let them know that you got everything under control, especially if they're looking and they're searching. You know the intent of their heart. Even though they may not be able to find the words, you know it's coming from their heart, their frequency. I pray right now that you surround them this day with your angels. Just protect them no matter where they go. Protect this precious space all around them. Protect it. And just lead them from the Spirit. In the name of precious Jesus, amen. Yeah, we got it. We got it, you all. You just got to be led by the Spirit. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, is that Cardinals out there? Yeah, 1 Corinthians, you all. Gracias. That's right. De nada. We got it. We got it. Amen and amen, you all. You can just face this great big old world in front of you. Even though you don't know what direction you're going to be going or how things are going to go, you're going to say, it's okay, I got the love on the inside of me, and I'm not going to stress it. I'm not going to stress it because there's some things I know that I cannot change. They are beyond my control, and I don't think I want to change them at this point. You may say that. Just let it be. Let it be and let it happen. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. You'll have a wonderful rest of your morning.